G'day guys, welcome back. Today, trying to get in before it starts raining. We've got a storm coming this afternoon. Liam's inside having a nap, Clem's at work. I've got a problem with one of my airbags, which I might have mentioned in the previous episode, I'm not too sure. So one of them won't hold pressure, it will take pressure, but check it 5 minutes later, it's flat again. I installed these myself, so I'm guessing it's probably one of the fittings. I got the guys in the workshop that fixed the CV joints for me. I got them to check the bag because that's the part I can't really get to with the tools that I've brought, and they couldn't find any leaks. The fitting into the top of the bag seemed okay, so I'm going to jump under the car. I'm using bodyboard so I don't have to lay in the dirt, and I'm going to just run along the whole length of the cable and see if I can see any little tiny splits or something. I put it in split tubing so there shouldn't be, but I'm going to check anyway. And it could even just be the back of the valve. I didn't have a very good knife when I installed it, so I might not have cut them flush enough. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Well, there's nothing obvious so far. I'll take fitting off. It definitely looked okay coming into this part. I'll just grab the bike pump, just pump it up by hand and see if I can find a leak somewhere. So I've just put 20 pound in it. It's holding pressure at the moment. It's slowly dropping. Flat already. The problem is I can't hear any air leaking from anywhere, so I might have to get some soapy water or some water and see if I can find some bubbles. Okay, so I just moved the hose that goes into the top of the bag and now I can hear it leaking. So it's definitely that fitting into the top of the bag, and I'm spewing because I got the mechanics to check that by taking the spring out and everything, because that's really tricky for me to do here, but I might at least try and jack it up and see what I can do, see if I can just get my fingers in there and I don't know, try and reseat it. It's going to be tricky, otherwise I might see if the mechanics will let me take over a bay before we leave here and just use some of their tools since they didn't fix it when I asked them to. Okay, so I managed to get it out of the bag, so I'm going to try. I'll get a Stanley knife, I'm going to cut it off flush, nice and neat, and then try and put it back in the bag, which is quite tricky and probably quite dangerous doing it the way I'm doing it, but I don't have the tools to drop the wheel off, drop the shock off, drop the sway bar off, and do all that just sitting here in the driveway. So I'll see what I can do. I can get my fingers in there, so it looks like I might have pinched it when I cut it the first time. and it's not very neat cut, so I'm going to get a Stanley knife, cut it nice and neat, and try again. I can't find my Stanley knife. No one around here seems to have one. So I've got my Leatherman, which has a nice sharp knife on it. Hoping this might do the job. That actually did a really nice job. I cut it back a fair bit just from the pinch points, so I might put that in and see how we go. Then I'll try and get it back in. Alright, well, I've got it back in. That was easier than I thought it would be. I'll pump it up and see if it holds pressure. Alright, there's 20 pounds. Fingers crossed. Might have just saved myself a bit of coin by booking it in again. It's already holding better. I'll turn it off for now and we'll come back in 5 minutes and check it. Well, Liam woke up earlier than I expected, so now he's trying to be helpful. But I think I've got it sorted. I just put the split tubing back on. It's still sitting at 20 pound after 5 minutes, so I think we've got it sorted. We'll see after the first drive, see if anything moves and it moves the hose. I think that's what it is maybe a bunch of corrugations or something, and my crap install wasn't a smooth cut. I think it's just moved it a little bit, so there was too much pressure on that joint at the hose into the bag, and yeah, it's just been slowly leaking from there. But I think I may have solved it, so I'll pack this up and make it safe, and then see if we can entertain Liam for a couple of minutes just so I can finish tidying it all up and put the fitting back at the back of the car. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so it's still holding pressure. I got to tidy it all up, recoil up all the excess and put it back through into the back of the car. So I've given Liam his show on an old phone, a snack and a water bottle, and strapped him into his pram so I can actually work for 5 minutes without him, I don't know, trying to help. What I actually did to get the hose out of the bag or the fitting is I got this spanner. It fit over the hose, but it wasn't as wide as the little press fitting, so I was able to reach in through the spring, press down on it and pull the hose out. Really handy rather than taking the whole spring out to fix that. We'll see how long it lasts. The bag is all twisted up and stuff because it hasn't had air in it while we've been driving. So I'll still have to get it fixed properly one of these days coming up, but that should at least get us moving again comfortably. I've been towing recently without the bags because one was flat obviously, and the car and the van still sat really nice, but there was just a bit of extra bounce, I suppose is the best way to describe it. So I'm hoping that if I can stiffen up the back a little bit when the van is on, and that will take that away and it'll be a smoother ride. Success. Just gone for a drive around town. It's been about half an hour since I fixed the airbag. It's still holding pressure and it started raining, so I beat the rain as well, so happy days. Success.